We now are joined by VCU Coach Shaka Smart. Coach, if you want to open up with a brief statement.
I thought the crowd was phenomenal tonight. It was as loud as I've heard the Segal Center in the 2.5 years that I've been here. Just can't say enough about our fans and our students and all the people that support us. It gives us such a lift in games like tonight. As for the game, really proud of the way that we defended. We talked about the fact that we had to have a relentless effort on both ends of the floor for 40 minutes, and I thought defensively we did a really nice job holding them to 51 points and 36% from the field.
Questions for Coach?
Coach, Brad talked about thinking about last year's loss all week leading up to this. Was that a big incentive for you as well?
There's no doubt about it. I mean, anytime you lose to a team and then you play them again, I don't care if it's 10 years later, you can remember that last game. And, you know, we didn't make a big deal out of it publicly because it wasn't, but, you know, within our team, that was definitely, I'll tell you what, we watched a lot of tape over the past several days of that game last year.
Coach, you got down to 47-45 at one point, and you guys were off like a 22-4 run. Can you maybe pinpoint what happened or what changed to keep it?
Well, I thought our style of play had a cumulative effect on Richmond. I thought, you know, their guards did a nice job all game, but I do think that they got a little tired because of the way that we played and the way that we pressed. And I think as the game wore on, a big part of that run that you mentioned was because they were missing some outside shots. And I think a lot of that was because of the cumulative effect, fatigue-wise, on their legs and maybe the wind.
How much you guys maybe hitting a stride a little bit? You got three pretty nice wins in a row.
I think we're improving. I mean, we're doing what young teams want to do, you know, in late November and early December, and it's just get better. But the season is still so young, and you know, now we've got 8 days again before we play, so we have to keep getting better in practice. We've got to keep improving. There's a lot of areas where there's room for growth, but that's the exciting thing. You know, if we were playing our best basketball right now on December 9th, then that would be a problem. We want to keep getting better, and we know that we've got a golden opportunity in front of us next Saturday with a league game against UNC Wilmington at home here at the Segal Center, so we couldn't be any more excited about that.
I don't mean this to take away anything from last year's team. Do you feel like this team might have some different capabilities offensively?
No doubt about it. Yeah, we're a little bit taller than last year, a little bit longer, a little bit more athletic. When you add number 2 out there, it gives you a different dimension defensively. Last year's team had much more experience and wisdom on defense. A guy like Ed Nixon was always in the right place at the right time. But I think as we continue to learn and gain some wisdom with our young guys, we could be a better defensive team than we were last year.
In the past 2 games, there's some foul trouble. It doesn't call shooting the game, but what can you do to stay out of foul trouble? What do you feel the guards
Not foul. I mean, I'm not trying to be smart, but you got to be. You have to play with more discipline, and that's something that he's learning the hard way. You know, you love to learn that lesson in games like tonight where you win. The real hard way is games like the Alabama game where we fouled out 4 minutes left and it's a 1-point game, and you let your team down. But if you look at his fouls, I would say 4 of them were easily preventable. Easily preventable. You know, for instance, on an offensive rebound, he goes in there and you know, jumps into a guy on an offensive rebound. Well, our point guard isn't even supposed to go to the glass. Our point guard is supposed to go back, get back on defense in the shot. So you just got to play with more discipline. I mean, that's a fact. To whom much is given, much is expected. And you know, we have a higher level of expectations for him. But he will. I mean, he did some good things tonight, and he'll keep learning.
How do you feel the guards have been playing with him off the
thought we played well with him off the court. I think our other 2 point guards, Breonte Weber and Teddy, they've really made good progress. You saw from Bree tonight. Teddy only played a couple minutes, but those guys are getting better. And we're much more comfortable without Darius on the floor. I think when the season started, our first couple games, it was like panic mode if Darius wasn't out there. He was playing 37, 38 minutes. Tonight against a good team, we played 15 minutes and we won by 22. So I think that's a testament to the progress that our other guards are making.
Coach, Breonte had 31 minutes tonight off the bench. Is that showing how confident you are in him? Is he starting to push for a starting role?
Well, he was a starter, and the only reason he's not a starter now is because we chose to go back with a bigger lineup. But I mean, if you watch the game, he goes in with about 3 minutes into the game. He's one of our best players. But that being said, he's a freshman, and he's also got a long way to go in terms of discipline. He's got a bright future, though. I mean, if he can figure it out, how to be disciplined and how to play under control at all times, then he has as high a ceiling as any guard on our team. He's also got to get stronger, and that'll come in time.
Rob Brandenburg was scoreless at half, finished with 14 points, with some big shots coming in. Did you say anything at halftime?
Attack. You know, it's a joke sometimes the matchups that you have, Rob, so go. I mean, there's no disrespect to Richmond or the guys that were guarding him, but if any team in the country wants to switch their 5-man on the Rob Brandenburg, you got to go. I mean, you got to go make a play. And when you watch the game, they were switching all night long. And he did a great job in the second half when he had a bigger guy on him, just going. And he got to the basket, and won, and pulled up for a couple threes. That's how he can play. You know, the future is really bright for him as well. As long as he learns, hey, I can go score on this guy, he's going to be really good.
Anything else for Coach Smart? All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. Hank?